very sad because honestly, if two neighbors cannot live together, I cannot imagine how they're going to stay together and look at each other for the rest of their lives. So maybe some compromise. You see, because I should don't just say I tolerate you. I think it must go beyond tolerance. They must go beyond a basic understanding of the culture. Then he will appreciate it. You see, the moment he say, "Oh, you're not tolerant to me," of course, it's very hard. So if you take the trouble, maybe explain to them. And that's precisely what I attempted to do when I was in Ayer Rajah. When I was in Ayer Rajah, I set up a particular center called the Center for Gracious Living. Maybe you all should go and see the center. I hope it's not dismantled. One of my purposes for setting up the center was to allow all the different races to appreciate the culture of each other within that little building, that little complex I set up. And I tell you, when Wee Kim Wee saw this, our past president, he was so touched that he opened the center for me. You see, I think we must never take it for granted. You must really do it, so that people see it, feel that this is a real attempt to want to do. So I don't know whether it still existed. I don't know whether the center is still around in my Ayer Rajah Community Center. It's called the Center for Gracious Living.
It's within the CC.
It's within the CC. It was opened by Wee Kim Wee. There I got 4 different settings. And you'll be surprised, people don't understand how people use their hands to eat. That is, wow, so terrible. But you and I know, with our hands, it's so nice, it's okay. Some of the food actually very nice to eat with the hands. So this is, well, we have to actually go back to our drawing boards, go back and redo the whole program again. I'm so like programs like, I don't know, I belong to that group of people who now want to relook at, for example, I don't want to interfere with the political thing, but I'm talking about unity. So I don't know, maybe we should have a relook at Mendaki, Sinda, CDIAC, because I want to make sure. I'm encroaching into that area, but I'm talking about a multiracial concept. I don't think I like to see people work within their component groups. Because a poor Singaporean and a poor Malay Singaporean is the same Singaporean. We should look at it at a national level now, no more at the racial level.
So are you saying that groups like Mendaki and Sinda should be...
If we can merge, I don't know how, merge, do something. If you want to promote integration, that's the way we want to integrate our society. These are very fundamental but very challenging things to do. But if nobody dares to move, nobody dares to speak about it, I think we will remain where we are years to come.
This morning, Mr. Tan Cheng Bock mentioned that some supporters from yourself and from Mr. Tan actually approached him as late as last night to get him to pull out of the race.
Oh.
So were you aware of this?
No.
Disappointed this morning at the nomination center?
No. I don't know. I've never spoken to anybody, and nobody has spoken to me. But all of you seem to know many more stories than I do. So I accept that this is part of the political, guessing game. But I'm sure nobody had. I don't think my men go and ask him to step down. Really?
Supporters.
Oh, yeah. You have no control, no? Because some of them, as I said, the supporters come from very many different political parties. Like just now, one man I met, he said, "I'm a Workers' Party man. For the first time, I think I'm going to vote for a PAP man." Oh, that's nice. So, and he's quite vocal about it. I was in here, I was saying. So that means I got some hope that I hope that a day will come that we will have events that will allow everyone from every political party to participate in. So I have to champion events of this kind. I know that it's part of my dream to get everyone, irrespective of their political parties, come together, maybe have a big concert or something like that, or enjoy a football game together. Let's forget about infighting and all. Because I must admit, as an ex-politician, I feel we politicians divide the country. So now I think because each one has to go on political agenda, and I don't want that to happen. So while they divide, it's my role, if I do become a president, to galvanize all Singaporeans together. It's a big job, you know, because it's unity within political diversity. That's the way I describe it. There's a lot of political diversity, but we have to try to win these people all to fully understand that the president is a symbol of Singapore, symbol of the nation. We all let him be your father figure, let him be your unifying figure to bring everyone together. And I'm very serious about this multiracialism. We have taken it for granted. And now with the new citizens coming in, it gives you the more reason why we should all work together. You must have heard a lot of incidences where people they cannot accommodate, for example, to some of our style of living. Like all of us, when I was young, I'm colorblind, you know. I don't even, when all my friends we all play marbles or we play football, we never even know what color he is, you know. We fight, we eat all together. That is the Singapore spirit we talk about. And that is the way, as a president, I want to make sure I can galvanize the whole country together.
Elected president, what kind of power do you think you will have to actually carry out what you hope to do?
I think I shall use one of the inherent powers of the president, which is actually to encourage. And when you say inherent power to encourage what? Encourage good causes, charities, okay, so racial integration, multiracialism. These are the inherent powers of the president that goes with being the head of state. Every head of state, irrespective whether it's a queen or whether it's a king or whether whichever country, there's some inherent powers in that president. And this is one of the inherent powers, encouraging all these things. So that's my stand. I want to do this encouragement.
Well, you have a lot of achievements as an MP.
Yes.
Can you share with us one most important achievement of yours?
Actually, you're right. There are so many achievements, so many sometimes, but I never look at it as something so special. I think it is part of, you see, when I see something that is not right, I somehow rather, I cannot sit still. I will challenge it. And it depends if it's for social integration and family integration. Free parking is one of the things I think quite good. If it's for children whose parents can't afford to go to tertiary education, maybe the one I proposed, the CPF for education, is also quite good. It at least helps them. And of course, like the C-class beds, if you read in my brochure, you know, C-class beds was very, very concerned by the Singaporeans when we started to restructure the hospitals. And when you start to restructure the hospitals, everybody is so worried, especially those, wow, my C-class. How am I going to find a place in the hospital? So that's why I told the government, whichever restructured hospital gets subvention grants from the government, you must provide the C-class beds. So these are the things, if you ask me which one, I cannot tell you. I think to me, all are social concerns, which as an MP, I feel that it is within my role as an MP to do something. I talk too much.
Doc,
yes.
Save a little bit. We got 9 days.
Save? No, got plenty, don't worry. You just tell me. Yes. You say little. No, that is my press secretary say I talk too much. And say that I shall reserve. I got 9 days more. Then I realized, yeah, man. But never mind. Don't worry, got plenty. You just ask me. Okay?
So the reserves, your point of view on that?
No more.
Not today.
I will tell you the reserves on the day I make my televised speech.
Oh.
Okay. I will tell you more. What? Is it tomorrow?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So your speech prepared? Yeah. If I'm not prepared, I cannot be like so relaxed talking to you guys. Okay. No, but honestly, I said something tomorrow. I'll say something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy what I'm going to say. If you read between my lips, no. I will say something. I will say something. I think again it's good for the country. I must tell you, my mantra is, whatever I do, my nation, my country comes first. That's most important. You can't go wrong if you do that. But the moment you want to have some other agenda, I think it's not me. So even my speech tomorrow, look at it from a national angle, not a narrow angle.
Doc, any updates on your institutional support?
Nobody talk to me.
Nobody yet.
I think you all cornered, all of you fix me up.
Okay.
No, honestly, I have my support's all sporting, all the happy. I got a basketball, people who support me. Softball, sorry.
Softball and baseball.
Softball and baseball.
Association.
Yeah, that's because I give them a feel also. So I won't talk too much, or else my press secretary said I spoke too much. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay.